Hello out there in internet land. This is episode 16. Yes, I got it right. Fuck. That's the blooper intro.
See what happens when we have a break?
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. I didn't get the job out the mines.
Well, I actually had the flu, but still.
Yeah, that is your fault.
That was my fault.
Right. Hello out there in internet land. This is episode 16 of the 2025 season of the F1 Chat. I'm your host, Phil Lamington. Seated to my left is a man who is a champion. It's JB. How are you going, JB?
That's right. That's right. It's the World Champion Hotline, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, this
That was
is the
so
World Champion
cringe.
Hotline.
That is so cringe.
It's cringe. It's the most dastardly thing to happen to this team. I waited, what, almost 20 years for another championship?
Yeah, well, you've been waiting 10 years for a fucking car that worked.
And that's the line that we celebrate our championship with. Yes, Zach, it is the World Champion Hotline. You tosser.
It's funny you should mention that because that Aiden Millward,
Millwall?
he did a video about the 2015 McLaren
I try not to remember those.
with the GP2 engine.
We're beyond that now.
And if you watch that video, there is a comment from a certain someone saying that I remember around that time because I had a friend who was a McLaren supporter, and there was a website that was around that time called Has McLaren Broken Down Today?
Yes.
And it had the countdown clock since the last time it broke down and the reason why it broke down.
That account was also on Twitter for a while as well.
And then I said, as a Ferrari supporter, I was kind of proud of that. Now he mocks me.
How the turns have tabled, buddy.
And someone commented going, as a Ferrari supporter, you should just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's the water.
But we're going to talk about the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final race of the season.
Yes, finally. A month after the fact, but still
Yeah, you know. What did you think of the race?
boring as hell.
Really?
It was dog shit after the first 10 laps. It was just like,
You know,
the only tension there was is Lando going to get back up to third. And he was cruising.
well, for me, I actually enjoyed the race. I thought there was a lot of tension there.
There was a lot of tension at the start because I actually thought Charles had a genuine shot at
Yeah.
getting past Lando and fucking this whole thing up. Because the Ferraris were quick in race trim,
Yeah.
but the McLarens had just enough.
Well, as Martin Brundle said on
And Oscar
commentary,
gave no fucks about Lando.
yeah,
It's like, win your own championship. Lap one. Fuck you, win your own championship, bud.
but Martin Brundle said on commentary, he's like, you know, the Ferrari sacrificed qualifying position for a good race car.
It was a good race car.
You know, even Lewis, where did Lewis qualify? Like 17th or something? Something
remember
really
him-
shit.
I think he was 12. I remember him early in the race being down to about 12 spot, but it had enough tension, I guess,
Yeah,
to keep me invested, but it was only just to see if Lando had enough in the tank.
yeah.
And it looked like, by, 40-odd laps into the 58-lap race, I was pretty safe.
Yeah.
But the opening maybe 10 laps, and the last stint until Lando got back into P3. That was probably the only tension, really.
Oh, I think the only other tension was when Yuki Tsunoda to drive like an Asian.
He really didn't do Sergio Perez proud there, did he?
No.
I think I said that in my notes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's Minister of Defense, and then there's Kamikaze Tsunoda.
Yeah, it's just tied on the thing and go bonsai and just...
Well, my God, wasn't he going to leave Red Bull with a bang? He tried. He sure as hell tried. His ancestors would have been proud of him.
Right, so we're gonna start off with the F1 report. If it changes the photo, there we go. Yeah, it changes the photo. I've got to do double duty of host and Jamie.
Well, you have been all year. So I don't know how
I
this
have
doesn't-
been since the day we started this
I'm
fucking
not-
show.
I'm not upping your paycheck any, by the way. But here we are. The 2025 Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That one, Max Verstappen starts on pole position alongside championship leader Lando Norris, with Oscar Piastri in third. Max Verstappen gets the whole shot. Oscar Piastri makes a ballsy move around the outside of turn 9 on McLaren teammate Lando Norris for second place to try and keep his slim championship hopes flickering. George Russell passes Fernando Alonso for fifth. Lap 9, Lewis Hamilton pits to get rid of his soft tyres. Alexander Albon following him in also. Lap 14, Liam Lawson is handed a 5-second time penalty for erratic driving. Lap 17, Lando Norris pits for hard tyres along with Charles Leclerc as they rejoin the circuit line astern. Lap 18, Lando Norris makes a dive bomb on Kimi Antonelli for 8th as he fights back through the traffic, also passing Carlos Sainz 2 corners later as well. Lap 19, Lando makes a pretty good, actually, double overtake on Lance Stroll and Liam Lawson into the back chicane to take 5th place overall. Lap 20, Charles Leclerc pulls off a carbon copy move on the same 2 drivers into the same corner. Lap 23, Yuki Tsunoda makes a double move to try and fend off Lando Norris, but stuffs it up and earns himself a penalty in the process, proving that he is not Sergio Perez. Lap 24, Max Verstappen pits from the lead of the race for hard tyres. Piastri briefly getting the lead there. Lap 41, Lando Norris pits a second time for another set of hard tyres, just as Max Verstappen passes Oscar Piastri for the lead of the Grand Prix. Lap 42, Oscar Piastri finally pits for his set of brand new medium tyres, rejoining in second place ahead of Lando. Charles Leclerc passes George Russell as he attempts to chase down Lando Norris and play the ultimate spoiler for his championship hopes. But lap 58, Max Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, doing everything he could to retain the number 1 on his Red Bull, with Oscar Piastri finishing in second place behind him. But it would prove to be in vain for Max and Red Bull as Lando Norris crosses the finish line at Yas Marina Circuit in third position, enough to see him become Formula One's 35th different world champion, McLaren's first since 2008, claiming the championship by 2 points.
In fourth place was Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. In fifth place was George I Like to Whinge a Lot Russell in Mercedes. Sixth place was Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin. Seventh place was Esteban Ocon in the Haas. Eighth place was Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. Ninth place was Nico Hülkenberg in the Kick Sauber. And in 10th place, what the? Lance Stroll in 10th place in the Aston Martin.
He got his... That's his performance bonus. He scored a point at the end of the season to prove he's still relevant.
Well, you know how much he's on a year?
Fucking heaps.
$22 million a year.
That's daddy's pocket money too.
Plus he gets $2 million as a race bonus.
To finish the race or just race?
I think he's got to get...
To just race, because he doesn't finish... I mean, he does, but...
Yeah, he's one of the higher paid drivers on the grid.
Of course, he's fucking using daddy's money.
Yeah, well, he should use...
I would be interested to see what Adrian Newey does into this situation going forward. Well, especially as team principal.
Well...
But Lawrence Stroll's still the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still the owner.
Yeah. So I don't think daddy's boy's getting kicked out anytime soon.
But it's a heads up for everyone, because this is going to be a 2-parter episode. So we got this episode, which is the last race of the season. Then we're going to go straight into recording the next episode, which is the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Which we will be able to discuss that in the EOS.
All right. We'll come back to it.
So we'll come back to that. But let's talk about Max Verstappen in this race.
Did everything he could. Drove flawlessly. Had a great race.
Well, there was actually one thing he didn't do, and Oscar Piastri asked him in the cool-down room, were you thinking about backing us up? And he went, no, I didn't even think about it.
He's not like that.
Because if he had backed up Not so much Piastri, but if he had
If he'd
backed up
backed
Norris,
Lando enough for Charles to have a crack at him, he would have won World Championship.
yeah. But I
I'm
will,
sort of glad, honourably, they didn't.
yeah. Well,
He just drove the race. He just drove the race and won the race.
I mean, I think it was 2016 when Lewis Hamilton tried to do the same thing to Rosberg.
And it backfired on him. It cost him the championship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Ferrari just couldn't get close enough to overtake him.
Well, the Ferrari not getting close enough to have a championship-changing implication.
Where have we heard that one before?
Literally.
But yeah, I think Verstappen did all he could.
He literally did. He whacked it on pole pretty convincingly, and he dominated the race.
Yeah.
There's nothing else he could have done. There's nothing else he could have done. It was all on Charles Leclerc, really.
Right, so we're going to move on now to the key drivers. And you will notice one name is missing from the key drivers, okay? But I'll explain because he's in the helmet drivers. First name on the key drivers is Piastri. Like he did everything he could as well.
Yeah, he had the longest odds, and the first person he wanted to get in front of was Lando, and
He did that?
he fucking did it pretty impressively. On hard tyres around the outside of turn 9.
Yeah.
Didn't lift.
Yeah.
Didn't lift. He's gone around the outside like cold trickle. Around the outside, Days of Thunder.
I was thinking more Alonso at 130R, but
Well, you know, that too, but...
old cold trickle.
Well, look, Oscar shows he can still one-up Lando when he needs to, so I don't think that the... just because he isn't lifting the big trophy doesn't mean he's not going to...
Yeah, like he's not in the fight for the big trophy next year. Like
He's absolutely in the fucking fight for the big trophy next year.
Next key driver is the new world champion, Lando Norris.
Played it safe.
He just did what he
Played
had
it
to
safe and was fast enough to hold off Charles Leclerc.
do. Yeah, ticked all the boxes.
Yep, got in, got his stops done, stopped on the marks, got the strategy right, and stayed ahead of Charles Leclerc, which is all he really needed to do by the end.
And he got the chocolates in the end.
He knew he wasn't going to beat Verstappen, and he just let Oscar go.
Yeah.
And even when he started catching Oscar and started, overheating his tyres, he just backed off anyway. He's like, well, play it smart.
Next key driver was Charles Leclerc.
Yep.
He drove the legs off that car.
That car came real good after qualifying.
Yeah.
Drove great, Did everything he could to play disruptor, but the car wasn't on the level of the McLaren.
Yeah. I think he just cooked his tyres.
Yeah, honestly, he was,
Next key driver is Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
Managed to extract something out of that Aston
His
Martin.
start was brilliant.
Yeah.
His race start, he dove under, he was almost under Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, he almost went from like 6th to 3rd in the first corner and then just got sort of held out of it.
Yeah.
But he had a good race.
Next one is Ocon.
Yeah.
They managed to get something out of that Haas. Like them and the Saubers seem to have been getting something consistent out of those cars. The Haas, like it's either been Bamman or Ocon, and when it comes to the Sauber, it really has been Hulkenberg
Just
more.
Nico, yeah.
Bortoletto's chipped in a little bit, but it's really been
the Hulk.
Yeah, mostly been Hulk. But the pair of them managed to get something out of that car and extract something.
Well, it shows potential for Haas next year, and Sauber's obviously switching over to Audi, so
Yeah.
that's a good stepping stone for both of them into next year at least.
My next key driver was Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, he didn't qualify well, but he raced well.
Yeah, no, I think he did qualify in 17th, or 16th. Like
He was a fair way down.
and he managed to pull it in and get
He was like, what, 8th or something?
Yeah. And he just drove a great race. He still had to put up with Riccardo Adami in his ear.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes in the off-season.
Next key driver was Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice way to finish off for Sauber as a brand.
Yeah, Sauber getting some championship points in their final race as Sauber.
Yeah, and
before the name comes off the door and
becomes
the
Audi.
big German team takes it over.
Yeah. And the final one on the list is Lance Stroll. He managed to get a point.
Got a point. Keep Dad happy.
So, yeah. And then we get the helmet drivers. There's the PK kick. First helmet driver is Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh, yeah.
And,
oh, yeah.
like, there's aggressive defense, and then there's what he was doing.
Just blatant weaving.
I mean, could you imagine the shitstorm if he had pushed Lando Norris over a little bit further into the barrier?
Imagine if he DNF'd Lando and Max won the championship that way.
I mean,
like the fucking shitstorm that Red Bull teammate took out McLaren championship leader. Like, could you imagine the shitstorm? That would have been worse than Abu Dhabi 21.
Oh, easily.
That would have been fucking PR disaster.
That would have been worse than Senna and Prost.
Like,
that would have just... I honestly think Lando would have been waiting for him in the pit lane to try and go one step further than Schumacher and Coulthard.
Lando doesn't strike me as a fighter, but I wouldn't have fucking...
And you know
I wouldn't have stood in front of him then.
You know what? I think Max would throw him to him and just go, here you go. Go forth, knock him out.
Oh,
I might be world champion, but you deserve it.
That was half a car width away from being the biggest fucking PR disaster in fucking history.
Yeah.
Like, just... Oh... Yeah, Yuki hits Lando DNFs, Max wins the world championship.
Yeah, and just...
It's just like, fuck, Yuki Tsunoda's never going to show his face in F1 paddock again.
And the person who would have had to have pulled them apart and tried to make sense of it all is the next driver on my helmet drivers list, and that's George Russell. And I'll tell you why he's on here.
Even Georgia, okay.
I'm sick of hearing him fucking whinge.
I think Martin Brundle said in commentary, he's like, I can't wait for him to be a Sky pundit. He's going to be great.
I mean...
I can't wait for him to be a steward. No one's going to get away with anything.
Yeah, like, he really does like the sound of his own fucking voice.
You breathe wrong and you're going to get a 5-second time penalty. Like, that dude just... Inspect the Russell. Like, put the magnifying glass away. Just fucking race.
Well, he's actually the head of the Grand Prix Drivers Association.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to go around fucking...
I'd be taking that position off him and just go, just drive your car, mate.
Going out around just tattling on every motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when he's at fault, it's, my tyres were cold.
He pushed me out there.
Or my tyres were cold.
Like,
you remember when he said that to Max? And Max is like, everyone's fucking tyres are cold, mate.
Yeah.
What you did was still bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He forced me off.
Yeah. And he was complaining about Charles Leclerc, like, he pushed me off, or he was weaving under braking. It's just like, for fuck's sake.
Well, there's weaving under braking, and that's what Yuki Tsunoda did, so...
Yeah, but I watched a bit of an interview between Mika Hakkinen and Damon Hill. It was only recently done, and they were talking about Schumacher. And they said, Schumacher was just on the level, But it was a sign of the times where you had to be aggressive because look at the company you were keeping when he came in. Senna, Mansell, Patrese, all these guys who they were not afraid to clang wheels.
No.
And if you couldn't sit there and get on the blower and say, he pushed me wide or whatever. If they pushed you wide, you just pushed back.
Yeah.
Or you tried to take them out of the race.
Put your car in a position where they've got to make the decision. That's what Hamilton did.
Yeah.
That's what Max does.
And I think that's something that is currently wrong with F1, is there's too much of George Russell whinging on the radio about this, that, and the other.
But nothing ever gets done about what he says. Like, you think he'd just eventually learn to shut up.
They investigated and went, there's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it, George. Like, shut up
and drive your car.
Like, when's the last time his bitching actually got someone in trouble? Like, I don't think it has.
Yeah. So there's my two nominees for helmet driver. Unless you've got another one you want to nominate for helmet driver.
Oh, I can't put Lance Stroll in there. You got a point.
Yeah.
He had a shit day. Liam Lawson, he got done. I think Lawson had a great day, but Liam Lawson...
Everyone else kept their nose clean.
Liam Lawson hasn't had a great season, to be fair.
Yeah, but...
So who are our nominees? George Russell for whinging.
And Tsunoda for Kamikaze.
Yeah, it was going to be Tsunoda.
Tsunoda. All right.
That was dumb. That was almost the biggest PR disaster in F1 history. We would have never heard the fucking end
as
of that.
promised, I did do a list of who has got the most things, but I'll reveal that in the next episode.
I'm about to say, that's got to be an EOS.
That's EOS.
All right.
And it will surprise you.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So we're going on to the news, and Lando Norris is thy world champion.
Good on you, kid. You know, it's tough. It's been tough this year for me. Unlike as an actual McLaren fan, not just a Piastri fan.
Yeah.
Because everyone sees me walking around in my McLaren shirt thinking I'm just a Piastri fan when...
No.
I'm a McLaren fan. I've been a McLaren fan since 1998. Lando Norris was my favourite driver when he came in, when Carlos Sainz was his teammate, when Daniel Ricciardo was his teammate. Lando Norris was my favourite driver then. And Oscar's come in, and I get the patriotism, and I get all that shit, but I'm still proud of the kid. Like, you know, still I went back and watched the other day when he got his first podium in Austria. You know, the heartbreak he had in Sochi when he fucking should have won that race and was too stubborn for his own good, and then he comes out, gets his first win in Miami in 2023 or 24, whatever it was. You know, starts chasing down Max Verstappen at the back end of 24 and then into 25. All of a sudden, it's him and Oscar at the head of the field, and patriotism has me cheering Oscar because, of course, I'd love an Australian to win the World Championship. It's been way too long. But Lando, despite his DNF, you know, that DNF when his engine blew could have been the end of his championship. Should have been the end of his championship then, before Oscar had his nightmare in Baku and then those other shit races he had. But Lando caught fire again in those same races that he caught fire last year and was starting to chase Max down. But this time the shoe was on the other foot, and when he needed to get the job done, he got the job done. You know, he wasn't winning races, but he was doing enough.
It's very easy to sit there and point out where each driver could have won the championship if they'd done something different.
And the irony is, the championship-winning move, ultimately, points-wise, was Piastri handing the place back to Lando in Monza after Lando's shit pit stop. That was a 2-point swing.
That, and
we also forget that if McLaren wasn't disqualified in Las Vegas,
yeah,
it would have been a fucking 2-horse race to the end in Abu Dhabi.
The other thing, too, is Max Verstappen charging into George Russell in Spain.
That too, yep.
If he had not done that, he would have gotten more points, and there would have been a different ball game. It could have been Max Verstappen as world champion.
It could have been 5-time world champion Max Verstappen, but in the end it wasn't.
Yeah, that's right.
And people got to realise, despite patriotism, despite maybe he's becoming a bit more arrogant lately, maybe, the kid's quick. The kid's been able to fucking drive since he got into Formula 1.
Yeah.
He's an F2 world champion. He was quick when he fucking debuted in 2019, whatever it was. You know, he almost won that race in Sochi in 2021. He got that podium in Austria. He finally cracked through for that win in Miami, and pretty sure he won Silverstone as well. You know, the kid's quick and the kid's talented, and you got to keep underrating, you know, especially patriotically, because Oscar's also quick.
Yeah.
And Oscar will get his time. Oscar's time will come. But you can't underestimate how fast and how good a driver Lando Norris is.
I think the real story about this season was McLaren in their best efforts to try and fuck it all up.
And my fucking God, they came close to fucking it up.
They really came close to screwing the pooch.
They nearly 2007'd it.
Yeah.
Hard.
And it was looking that way.
And it was fucking as close as it could have been to fucking going the other way. And they said it. I think Ted Kravitz said it at the end of season Sky thing they were doing in the studio. And it's like, to win a Constructors' Championship, do what McLaren did, 50-50. But if you want to win a Drivers' Championship, you need to have a clear number one and a clear number two.
Yeah.
And McLaren don't have a clear number one.
Yeah.
And that's how come, even though they were the most dominant team by a fucking country mile, they almost bottled the championship.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, if you want to win the Constructors, McLaren's your blueprint. 2 fast cars, 2 fast drivers, go for it. Take whatever, do whatever. But if you want an out-and-out world champion driver, you need a driver number 1, Michael Schumacher, driver number 2, Felipe Massa, or a driver number 1, Max Verstappen, driver number 2, Sergio Perez, driver number 1, Lewis Hamilton, driver number 2, Valtteri Bottas.
Yeah.
Unless you're Mercedes, then you had 2 driver number 1s in Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg.
Yeah, well, then you end up with Spain 2016.
And then that nearly backfired on them. Well, it backfired on Lewis.
And that was Max Verstappen's first win in that race too.
Yes, it was.
You know, so it was the birth of a legend there. Because, the thing is, everyone remembers Hulkenberg and Rosberg crashing. Even Rosberg, when he does his little...
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hilarious, doing his sim lap of Barcelona, and he gets down to turn 5, and he's like, I don't know much about this corner, we'll just go to the next one. That was actually fucking funny.
Right, so we're going to...
But yeah, look, you're 35th Formula 1 world champion.
Yeah.
Contentious, whatever. You don't have to like him, but you do have to respect him.
That's right. He's got the chocolates now, so...
He's got the number 1 on that McLaren next year, and he fucking deserves it. Through all the bullshit, through all the fucking Fox Motorsports headlines, Lando Norris is your 2025 Formula 1 world champion.
And on top of that, too, if you want to blame Piastri for something, blame Piastri for the MCG Boxing Day test only going for 2 fucking days.
Blame him for Baku.
That too.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, he was at the Boxing Day test.
He was at the Boxing Day test, looking very dapper. Well done, Nicole Piastri.
Yeah.
You dressed your son.
Pity the game only went for 2 fucking days.
Yeah, if you want to get mad, Australia, get mad at the MCG curator.
Yeah, but I mean, Perth was just as bad.
That poor dude had to face the media yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't... you know what?
And you know the thing that shits me the most? Because of my fucking work roster? That's the only test I was home for.
Yeah.
I've been at work for every test. And the Boxing Day test was the only test I could have watched in full, not being at work for it. And it fucking went for 2 days.
Well, look at day 3 was a sellout. Day 3 was a sellout. And they had all this food brought in and everything. They gave it all to fucking homeless shelters.
100,000 people.
Yes.
That's a lot of revenue not being raised.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of revenue lost because they had to refund everyone.
All that leftover beer, eh?
You know, and you know what? Everyone's sitting there shitting on the pitch. Like, yeah, the pitch wasn't great.
Dude, the batting was dog shit.
The batting was dog shit.
Australia's batting was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they just made some,
And
the pitch didn't help. It was definitely a bowler's wicket, but...
And the Pommy batsmen aren't any better.
No, they pulled their heads in the last innings and got them home because Australia batted just dumb.
Yeah.
It was some 2020 batting. Anyway.
Well, I just want to say this very quickly about this. I think this test match and the Perth test match sort of highlights to me that Big Bash has actually done more damage to cricket than people think.
Yeah, you can't bat a T20 style in a test match. Doesn't work.
That's what baseball is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just aggressive batting in a test match.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have worked.
No.
But we let it work because we've already won the Ashes and we batted like shit.
Okay.
Anyway, here on the F1 chat.
Anyway, speaking of shit.
We're back.
Speaking of shit, the next news item is Red Bull. So, Isaac Hadjar is replacing Yuki Tsunoda at Red Bull.
Not surprising.
Yuki Tsunoda is going to be the test and reserve driver. Not surprising.
You can only crash a simulator so many times.
And Arvid Lindblad is partnering up with Liam Lawson at Racing Bulls next year.
I always feel like Red Bull's promotions into the RB seat is like knee-jerk reactions, but I said that about Isaac Hadjar too, and 12 months later he's in the main seat, so...
Well, I mean, he held his own. Like, the first race this year was a bit of a car accident because he crashed out
on the formation lap.
And, you know, I mean,
poor kid.
Helmut Marko sat there and said, oh, you know, he's got to man up and all this shit. Meanwhile, Anthony Hamilton showed a fucking heart. And I will say this too. I should have put this person in the key drivers. But, bloody So Lando Norris wins the world title, all right? And his parents are there. And his mum's all excited and everything. And then his mum looks over and sees Oscar Piastri's dejected and walked over and gave Oscar Piastri a massive hug like a mum. And you know what? Key driver should have been Lando Norris's mum.
Lando Norris's mum.
You know, and even they had it on camera, and I think it was Martin Brundle said, Lando Norris's mum giving Piastri a hug like only a mum can.
Yep.
You know, to get that close to the title and lose it right there.
To be, fuck. You led the championship longer than anyone else.
So, props to the parents.
Props to Lando Norris's mum.
And Tony
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
I feel bad not knowing her name. What's her name? I know.
Mrs. Norris.
I know Oscar's mum is Nicole.
Yeah, we know that. But, and props to Anthony Hamilton at the start of the year with Hadjar. While fucking fuckhead Helmut Marko was sitting there going, oh, he's a fucking...
His mother's name is Siska.
Siska Norris.
Siska Norris. You're a beautiful human being.
Yeah. Thank you, Siska
Thank you
Norris.
for looking after our boy, Oscar.
Yeah.
But it'll be Lando needing the hugs next year.
Yes. Hadjar, he's turned in pretty good performances in that racing ball this year. So.
He's had some belters. He had that fourth place in... I don't know where it was, but he had that fourth place. He had a couple of belters this year.
Yeah. And, Arvid Lindblad has done quite well in GP2, so...
Yeah, I've seen some low lights as well.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Look, we all knew Yuki Tsunoda's days were numbered and perfed, so...
Yeah.
I'm just amazed Liam Lawson's still fucking there.
But Liam Lawson's still got a job.
Yeah.
I would have actually been more accepting that Yuki got demoted to RB for Lawson got dumped.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, well. And then the final Red Bull sort of story is that Helmut Marko has left Red Bull.
Thank fucking Christ.
I think the person with the most scathing review of him was Ted Kravitz.
Ted Kravitz hates Helmut Marko.
Yeah.
Ted Kravitz is not a fan of Helmut Marko at all, man. But he's proven it, man. He's just been a dick. The whole time he's just been an absolute arrogant prick. Telling Isaac Hadjar to man up after he crashes on the formation lap, Kids in tears in front of the world, like, man up, it's embarrassing.
Well, this is what Ted Kravitz had to say about Helmut Marko's exit.
Oh, I'm keen for this.
Christian was over there talking to me, and he'd be there. And he'd say to Christian, oh, well, anyway, I see your trained monkey is waiting for you to do the interview, so you better get on with it. And then he'd go on. He used to call me like this trained monkey that would follow Christian Horner around with a microphone. I was like, yeah, good one, Helmut. For all his faults, the stupid comments about Antonelli, because it was him that sparked all the death threats to Antonelli.
Oh, when they thought that Kimi had let Lando through.
Yeah.
It was clear on the onboard that he slid.
Yeah.
Like, what pathetic thought that was intentional?
Yeah.
You could see the car snap oversteer. Like, it was pretty obvious.
So, for all his faults, the stupid comments about Antonelli, the disgusting comments about Perez and blaming his lack of form on his ethnicity, for all of that, he was a hard old-school racer. And when GP was in tears on the pit wall, who came and gave him a, it's all right, mate, it was Helmut. There's something deep inside of me that is sorry to see the old guy go. Something very small, and I'll take it up, put it in a small bag, throw it in the bin when we finish this podcast, because I think his time is finished.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted Kravitz.
Yeah, Helmut Marko's an asshole. Like, he's been pretty openly an asshole.
So
his small moments of sympathy are far outweighed by his dumb comments.
And
his lack of empathy, and he's just...
Like,
there's a time and place for being a hard ass, man, but don't walk around like you were anything special.
Niki Lauda was a hard ass.
But he was fucking...
He was firm but fair.
Yeah. Nicky Lauda, you never heard anyone talking about Nicky Lauda like that?
No.
You want a hard old school racer?
Yeah, I mean, Nicky Lauda earned the respect. He earned the respect and the right to sit there and spit out an opinion. If Ayrton Senna was still alive, he has more than earned the right to sit there and spit out an opinion.
Yep.
You know, as opposed to, I don't know, fucking Jacques Villeneuve. Maybe Jacques Villeneuve's earned the right to spit out an opinion once in a while.
Even if it's a dumb one.
But, well, actually, you know what? I think Jacques Villeneuve is more entitled to an opinion than Helmut Marko ever was, because Jacques Villeneuve's got a world championship.
Yeah, Helmut Marko just lost an eye.
Yeah. You know, so Helmut Marko is responsible for ending careers more so than Flavio Briatore.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this whole Red Bull Junior system is his fault.
Yeah.
Okay, got you, Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
But it ended... Kvyat. It ended... Buemi, John-Eric Verne. It ended...
Scott Speed.
It ended Mark Webber, ultimately.
Ricciardo.
It ended Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo probably ended himself by leaving the team.
Yeah, but...
Fuck. God. There's hundreds.
Gasly.
Yeah, Gasly sort of...
He's in Alpine, though.
He's in
That's probably a fate
he-
worse than death.
Yeah, well, now you're going from Helmut Marko to Flavio Briatore. The fact you haven't put a rope around your neck is, frankly, a testament to your fortitude.
Keep the
Sharp objects away from him.
Keep the straight razor away from him. But,
Jesus.
yeah, Helmut Marko is just the destroyer of careers. And, I mean, him inciting all the death threats towards Kimi Antonelli was just absolutely
And
disgusting.
calling Sergio a lazy Mexican.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And I wouldn't mind betting that Helmut Marko is the guy who got Christian Horner the boot from Red Bull,
I guarantee you he was the one behind the Christian Horner getting the boot from Red Bull.
You know, so...
If only to appease Max to get him to re-sign the contract at Red Bull.
But the thing is,
Which
besides
it still seems like he was probably in the background shit stirring anyway.
Besides File 69, I don't think Christian Horner really has done anything that wrong. You know, like he seemed like a fair team principal. I mean, there was moments where he was a dickhead for sure.
Of course, he comes across.
But I mean,
he can be a wanker.
So was the fucking team principal at Mercedes. I can't remember. Toto Wolff. I mean, he could be a dick spanner.
He can be a dick spanner, but
you know, Zach
but
Brown. He could be a dick spanner.
Zach Brown's proven to be a wanker a bit this year.
Fucking
Otmar Zafnauer was a dickhead.
Matthias Binotto.
Binotto is a dickhead.
He is a dickhead.
Still a dickhead.
Still a dickhead. You know, Flavio Briatore. Dickhead.
Absolute wanker.
Yeah. Eric Buffet.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Dickhead. Did all right at Landis and then ruined McLaren for like... Took us 10 years.
Otmar Zafnauer.
Yeah, Zafnauer's absolute fuckwit. I got no love on behalf of him.
But, you know, Helmut Marko is just the king of dickheads.
Yeah, he was really just...
And he's Austrian like Nicky Lauda, so it's like clearly it's an Austrian thing, but Nicky Lauda was firm but fair.
He will not be missed.
Helmut Marko was just a helmet.
He will not be missed by you.
And I'm not renaming the fucking award because he's not there anymore. Fuck that shit.
It was the Helmet Driver Award before Helmut Marko.
Well, it was named after Helmut Marko.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I'm not going to rename it the Wolfgang von Traps Award, that's for sure.
No,
or the De Crasherus Award.
No, we're not allowed to.
So that's
He'll be
Red
missed
Bull.
by absolutely no one.
Pretty much.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
So then we've got the 2026 driver lineup.
Oh, it's finally complete.
Finally complete. So you've got Norris and Piastri at
New
McLaren.
logos.
You've got Verstappen and Hadjar at Red Bull. Alonso and Stroll at Aston Martin. Behrman and Ocon at Haas. Albon and Sainz at Williams. Leclerc and Hamilton at Ferrari. Russell and Antonelli at Mercedes. Gasly and Colapinto at Alpine. Lawson and Lindblad in Racing Bull. Hulkenberg and Bortoletto at Audi. And then in Cadillac, you've got Bottas and Perez.
Yes, the Minister of Defence is back in VB.
Yeah,
that's a good pairing. No, that's a solid pairing.
That is a solid pairing.
I hope Cadillac hit the ground running. Eh?
Yeah, well, And apparently Haas is going to have more bits from Toyota on the car next year.
I hope they bring back the Toyota power unit.
No, they're still going to be running the Ferrari.
Did you hear the news that Mercedes wants to drop one team out of its engine supply list? I'll give you one guess who that team might be.
Well, it won't be fucking McLaren.
It might be McLaren.
What?
Mercedes wants to drop their engine supply to 3 teams. And if their customer team is beating the factory team, who do you think they're going to pull the supply from?
Well, if they're smart, they'd stick with McLaren and drop Alpine.
I would thought so too. But apparently Mercedes are pushing to have them and 2 factory teams instead of 3 factory teams running their engines.
Well, if McLaren gets dropped, do you think they'll ask for Honda engines again?
Well, they have PTSD about that.
Or will they take Audi engines?
I don't know. It's just speculation at this point. Like, it hasn't happened, but Mercedes are asking, Mercedes might be dropping their engine supply to 3 teams instead of...
And Ferrari is powering 3 teams next year because they got themselves Haas and Cadillac.
Yeah, until Cadillac make their own engine.
Because Cadillac's going to have their own engine in 2028.
Yeah.
It's 2028? Yeah, it's 2028. They'll have their own power unit because they bought the IP of the old Alpine unit. Because Aston Martin is going to Honda. Red Bull and Racing Bull are going to have Ford.
Yeah.
Williams, Alpine, McLaren, and Mercedes are running Mercedes.
Yeah.
And Audi is running Audi. So really, their 2 only options if they get dumped by Mercedes is either Honda or Audi.
I could see Honda coming back and making it work this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. I just saw
whether or not
I just saw the rumor, and it's just like, well, they're the obvious target would be. I don't know that I actually have any say over it because McLaren and Mercedes go way back.
Yeah.
Like McLaren and Mercedes in 99 were technically the Mercedes Works team because they were the only ones running Mercedes engines.
It wasn't until Mercedes bought into the Brawn team at the end of 2009.
That was like what? Yeah, well, really. And then came back as their own car in 2013.
Well, it came back as Mercedes in 2010.
Yeah, in 2010, sorry, yeah.
Because they had Rosberg and Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, see?
They did go way back.
Yeah, I know. Look, if they're not going to drop McLaren, the easy money would say they would drop Alpine. But Flavio Brigatore would get super pissed.
But they've just bought into that contract too.
So
I wouldn't mind seeing Williams go on their own.
I think Williams should hook up with Audi.
Yeah.
That would look nice.
Would.
Yeah. But
maybe they could hook up with BMW.
That'd be nice.
Let them run a V10 engine, please.
Yeah, well, there's still the rumours that 2030 they're going to be swapping back to V8. So
yeah, because once the fuel's sustainable and the
well, they're running 100% sustainable fuel, biofuel next year.
Yeah,
but I still maintain next year's engine formula is going to be shit.
Well, they already reckon next year's cars are going to be 2 seconds slower already, even with the new not DRS system.
Yeah, but I mean, like on tracks like Monza, they're not going to hit full speed down the main straight.
They run out of juice before they even get to the end of the straight.
What's the fucking point?
Yeah, right?
What's the fucking point?
It's going to be like the 2008 cars when they maxed out at like 280.
Yeah.
Like that was as fast as they could go. Like they wouldn't even reach 300. They just sit at 280 because they had so much aerodynamic drag and groove tyres. It's like, we can't go any faster.
I cannot do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
Give it all she's got, Captain.
All right. The next news item is Portimao is returning from 2027 and 2028.
Woo! A proper racetrack.
And you know what race it's replacing? Zandvoort.
Okay.
Yeah, because Zandvoort's not
I've never had much love for Zandvoort as a track.
It has its moments. Big Banky Boy was a.
I mean,
nice
yeah, it's
corner.
cool. I mean, the last corner's pretty cool.
But I mean,
Portimao's a cool track. I mean, it's not replacing Monaco, so it doesn't fill my heart with
look,
joy.
if it were up to me, if I was to
It's not replacing Miami.
if it were up to me, the track that I would ditch to bring Portimao and keep Zandvoort on the grid would be Qatar. Because that track sucks.
Well, they're
donkey balls.
supposed to be building a Qatar track.
Is it a street track?
Of course.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, the Saudis are still building that blade track to replace Jeddah too.
Oh, fuck.
The Jeddah's the Qiddiya Speed Park is supposed to be replacing Jeddah, which sucks because I like that Jeddah track.
Yeah.
That Jeddah track's awesome.
But are they going to replace it where the cars drive around while there's a WWE pay-per-view going on at the same time?
Well, WrestleMania Saudi Arabia is in the fucking middle of it.
Yeah, with the race going on in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Turn the cars on. The women matches on. Quick, turn around and watch the race.
Fuck, Stroll's crashed it again. Red flag.
Oh, Slim Jim's promo. Quick, turn around, watch the race. Yeah, Hulk Hogan's corpse. Still being racist somehow.
You know what's funny? When WWE first started doing shows in Saudi Arabia, and the Saudi government's like, oh yeah, do you reckon you could bring like Yokozuna and Andre the Giant? And they're like, they're
Sure.
dead.
Sure.
They're fucking dead.
Sure. Damn can.
And Saudi Arabia's like, oh, are they? Oh, I didn't know that.
So we'll just have Goldberg.
Clearly you watch the fucking product, don't you?
We'll just have Goldberg and Undertaker in 50-degree heat. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, we'll get him to trot out the Ultimate Warrior while we're at it. You
Yeah.
know, Randy Savage.
Who's the least decomposed out of all of them?
Probably Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan died the least to go. Be weekend at Boney's. WWE style.
Don't give him any ideas.
Finger point, leg drop, racist comment, pinfall,
Steroids.
steroids.
Brother.
Right.
All right. So, Jesus Christ.
That's good. That's good. I
So,
like Portimao.
Yeah, Portimao, because it's can't be any fucking worse than Qatar.
It's the only track I still haven't mastered on the F1 game, so it'd be good to have another crack at that.
Oh.
Please, while you're at it, can you bring back Istanbul Park?
I think,
Or Malaysia.
yes, Sepang or Kailami.
They are pushing for Kyalami.
Everyone's pushing for Kailami.
Yeah, I saw someone do a hot lap on it and on iRacing in an iteration of next year's car, and it looks good. The track looks good.
Oh, speaking of which, also forgot to mention this. Just before we go on to the next onto the next segment. So the 2026 Concord Agreement has been signed,
Okay.
and
They're bringing back Concord.
yep, and Mohammed Ben Kenobi is stuck with us for another 4 years as president of the FIA. Because much like when we had the mayoral elections a couple of years ago, no one ran against him.
That's called a dictatorship. We're in a dictatorship.
Yep.
Fuck.
I should have fucking run against him.
We should have ran against him as a cohort.
Yeah. As a coalition.
We would have shook this sport up.
Oh, we would have fixed it.
We would have ran it into the ground worse than Bernie Eccleston. And Max Mosley.
No. He's the president of the FIA, so it would have been fucking
We would have ran the whole damn
Max
thing.
Mosley.
We ran the whole damn thing to the ground. World endurance, everything. You're all in trouble now.
Concord Agreement, throw that fucker out. We
Concord.
all we're doing V8s with a KERS system.
Concord Agreement. Concord hasn't been around since 97.
Fuck that
What are
all.
you talking about?
Get that shit out of here. New agreement. V8s. KERS system.
Active suspension.
Street circuits are fucking gone.
Yeah, all of them. Except Jeddah.
And
Singapore.
Albert Park.
And Singapore.
And Monaco.
Oh, we're fucking off Monaco.
Yeah, but get the cars smaller. Then we can have Monaco being Monaco again.
With Monaco, you have to, you're actually going to race that in go-karts.
Yeah.
Shifter karts.
Yeah.
We'll give you like...
Bumper
whatever.
cars.
We'll give you like 1,000cc like shifter karts, and you can race in those.
Nah, dodge 'em cars. Got to give Stroll a fighting chance.
We need one of those fucking electric grids over the top of the track. So sick.
Yes. That is my life's dream, to have an indoor Dodgem car arena.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Like BattleBots, but in Dodgem cars.
But like change the track layout like every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Get people in, and it'd be like a championship, so the track changes every couple of weeks, and they have another
Follow
race.
the F1 schedule, but then you make like a scale model of the track they're going to. Then
Yes!
that'd be sick.
That would be sick, but in Dodgem cars.
Well, not go-karts. We're just doing Dodgem cars.
Yeah, just Dodgem cars.
Okay. Well, at least you
with
can
the
legally,
electric grid.
there's going to be no 5-second penalties for spinning people out.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to be like death race. You got to finish cross the line first, man. There's no rules here.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious reference.
You're across state lines now.
Yeah. You get a 10-minute car. Another Fast and Furious reference.
Mine's recharging. Hold on.
Bing boom, bing boom. That's the Ford engine next year. Bing boom.
Eco boost.
It's a Z-Tech.
They've got RACQ stuck on the side. Old mate at the yellow fucking vans down there jumping the battery.
He's got a Scottish accent. I can't do it, Cap, I don't have the power.
Do-do-do. 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 Check engine. I'm pretty sure it was there when I left.
It was in tune when I bought it. All right. So we're going to move on now to the driver's standings for the end of the year. In 10th place, snatching 10th place right at the end, was Fernando Alonso with 56 points. 9th place was Carlos Sainz with 64 points. 8th place was Alex Albon with 73 points. 7th place was Kimi Antonelli with 150 points. 6th place was Lewis Hamilton with 156 points. 5th place was Charles Leclerc with 242 points. 4th place was George, I like to whinge a lot, Russell with 319 points. 3rd place was Oscar Piastri with 410 points. 2nd place was Max Verstappen with 421 points. And winning the driver's title, Lando Norris, 423 points. The team standings. Much to my happiness, 10th place is Alpine with 22 points.
Ah, suck shit, Flavio.
Eat a dick. 9th place was Kick Sauber with 70 points.
Good on them. They weren't last. This team had 0 points last year.
Yeah.
And now wait till next year. We can, good send-off for Sauber as well.
Yeah. 8th place is Haas with 79 points, especially seeing Haas a couple of years ago had no fucking points.
Yeah, like a lot of these back market teams are really... And again, the regulations are ending just as they start figuring it out.
Yeah.
Now we got whole new regulations just as the field starts fucking finally getting their heads around it. The back markers are fighting. The front runners are close-ish.
Yeah. 7th place is Aston Martin with 89 points. 6th place was Racing Bulls with 92 points. 5th place was Williams with 137 points. 4th place was Ferrari with 398. 3rd place was Red Bull with 451. 2nd place was Mercedes with 469. And, wow, it was a complete blowout, wasn't it? McLaren with 833 points for the constructors.
I had to piss them.
There we got the social medias. So you can watch this on YouTube on the F1 Chat Care of Vindicator 18 channel. Also on YouTube on the dedicated The F1 Chat 1 channel. We'll have to get the details of all that stuff off Longhorn.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out to get us up on Spotify too, actually.
Facebook. We're on the F1 Chat, so you can have a chat to us.
Yeah, have a chat to me specifically.
Yes.
I'm on there.
Same with X, the F1 Chat 1. Don't forget the 1.
You can have a chat to me on there too.
Have a chat to him on that one. I don't even know how X works. That's how crap I am. Rumble, the F1 Chat, and Spotify, the F1 Chat.
Correct.
Right, so that is all the races done.
That's the championship. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
So we're going to be back in a couple of minutes with part 2.
Well, yeah, you can just hit the fast forward button, I guess.
Well, no, it's going to go up as a separate
It's
episode.
going to be a separate episode, so you can just, click on the next link.
So until then, thanks for tuning in, and it is goodbye.